Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is my most recent empties from April 30th to May 13th, so a couple of weeks worth. So let's get started. I haven't filmed in a minute. It's been a couple of weeks almost, but I have several empties videos, 3 actually, to film this week, and I need to get through them. And just a couple of hauls and some, maybe a chop and chat. We'll see. But happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Official kickoff of summer. So let's get started about the wax. I have gotten through quite a bit of wax in the last month, I will say. But this was from, I still have to do some of my, I do melts of the month, and I still have to do March and April's. I know I'm behind with a little bit of things. But this was from April 30th to April 30th through May 13th. So most of these have scent notes on them. And if not, I'll go into as much detail as I can about these ones. I got through a good bit. Some scoops in here, samples, all sorts of fun stuff. So, no particular order. All right. K's, owned by Carla Meredith from Missouri, I believe. I don't remember the city. Missouri. This was strawberry cupcakes. This was from, getting situated here. This was from her strawberry sampler that she offered. Let's see, it's May. I think she offered it in April. I think it was April sometime, where Carla just decided to take all of the different strawberry oils that she offers and put them together in a sampler. I grabbed one because I love strawberry, and they sold out pretty quickly, and I'm glad I was able to snag some. So the first one I want to talk about here is strawberry cupcakes. This is vanilla cupcake, strawberries, and whipped buttercream. This one is fantastic. And, since this is my video, I can say that I believe this smells identical to Sassy Girl Aroma's strawberry cupcakes. I don't know if the oils are the same, but they are pretty similar to my nose. So if you like strawberry cupcakes, try this one out. You might be surprised. This is, it's strawberry, it's bakery, it's sweet, it's got that little bit of creamy, fruity buttercream. What's not to love about this one? I really liked that one. Next this was a sample from L3. Is the train coming? No, that's just a big truck. Okay. This is banana cheesecake, sugar cakes, Nilla wafer, and pie crust. This was a sample from L3. This one is basically just banana with a little bit of that bakery from the sugar cakes, which is one of L3's newest vanilla bakery blends. You can melt it alone or blend it. Sugar cakes is a really good one. It's one of my favorite vanilla blenders, and I'm not a crazy in love with vanilla blend person. So the fact that I like sugar cakes, it says a lot. So it's very versatile. The vanilla wafer is perfect in here too. You get a little bit of the saltiness. Pie crust is a little salty to my nose. I know some people say it smells like Play-Doh. I don't quite get that, but pie crust can be a little bit of salty bakery to me. The banana is in here. I melted this in my bathroom. This was nice. It's creamy. I would like this in a larger size just so I can gauge a little bit more about how it will perform in my home. Next, okay, Super Tarts. Super Tarts is from Sequim, Washington, owned by Brandy Williams. And she's changed her business model. I think most of us know that. Her husband went to work at another job full-time, and they've downsized from a warehouse to their home doing their wax. So every so often, Brandy has been posting partial BAM bags or just, a few ounces of this, a few ounces of that kind of a thing, smattered in between her pre-orders. She just closed a pre-order several weeks back that had my favorite Super Tart scent, Fake and Bake. She did a Fake and Bake sampler, a pink sugar sampler, and I can't remember which other one she offered. She offered some perfumes and then a handful of BAM bags. You better believe I got some Fake and Bake. So, that being said, this one is Palo Santo Middle Earth. and I believe Middle Earth has been renamed to Earthwise. It's fantastic. This is kind of hard to describe, but it is unlike anything I've ever smelled before in the earthy department. I believe Middle Earth or Earthwise is rosemary, dirt, and I can't remember the other note that's in it, but it is fantastic. It's just it's relaxing. It's calming. It is unique. It's addictive. I love it. So I was perusing this. I don't remember when I bought this. It was earlier this year. I was perusing the site and I happened to grab this little bag. Actually, I wrote on here March of 23. So March of 23. I got this. So this is one blended Middle Earth blend. I mean, Middle Earth by itself is fantastic, but blended with a little bit of that Palo Santo, it just kicks it up a notch. This one was great. I would buy more of that. And whenever Middle Earth is offered in pre-order, I'm going to grab some more because you don't know when you're going to get it again. Next, Teddy Bees. Teddy Bees. Last week was her pre-order. I believe it was last week. Yeah, last week. Congratulations to those who ordered from Teddy Bees. I did. And yeah, Teddy Bees has a hold on so many of us. And this blend here is Milk and Cookies. Milk and Cookies is loved by so many of us for good reason. It is a great, great creamy bakery masterpiece. The notes of this are creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, and buttery cookie dough. Don't be afraid of the sweet milk. It's not sour. Sometimes sugar milk or sweet milk can have a little bit of a sour note. I know there have been some blends that have sugar milk mixed in with it that I just am not a fan of. It all, in my opinion, goes off of what you're blending it with. This, Teddy Bees is owned by Tiffany Smith from Texas. And this is one of my favorite blends. I've bought this in D-Stash a couple of times. I try to buy a blend each pre-order, even though I don't know if, I think she had War of the Five Kings this past time, which was a new blend of hers. It was blended 5 different things, and one of the components I believe was milk and cookies and beach treats. So I didn't grab that one though. It was on my, I had to make a cut somewhere, and I just, you know, some things I'm going to try to snag and they're ready to ship, but we'll see. Milk and Cookies is strong. It can be blended with just about anything. I've had Milk and Cookies and blueberry cobbler before, and it is fantastic. It is so good. This is creamy. It's buttery from that sugar, that cookie dough. You have the warmth of the bakery, and it's just like a hug. It is so good. I love that one. Another Teddy Bees is Witches Be Crazy for Blueberries. If you watch my channel and you watch my Empties, and if you've watched my Teddy Bees videos, you know Witches Be Crazy is my favorite bakery scent of any bakery scent I've smelled in Vendor Wax. I love Witches Be Crazy. So when I saw it blended with blueberries, she offered Witches Be Crazy with zucchini bread this past pre-order. I did not buy that because I've had it before, and I wanted to try something I haven't had before. So I have a lot of Witches Be Crazy. I stocked up last, not this past one that just closed, but the time before, she had Witches Be Crazy plain, so I stocked up on it then. But this is birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, and a pinch of cinnamon spiced vanilla. That's the Witches Be Crazy. And then blended with sweet blueberries. So this is anything that is Witches Be Crazy is a-okay with me. And blueberry, I love blueberry. I love blueberry bakery. It's so, so, so good. This is a masterpiece. I would buy this in a loaf. It is so, so good. Love that one. I have been trying to use some Teddy Bees up, even though I use it very, very slowly, just because she only opens 3 times a year. I think 3 times a year. 3 times a year, yes. January, and those are the ones we just got, shipped from her January pre-order. And then this one here that opened, and then she'll open up one more time, and then that's it for the year. So that's why a lot of us go nuts when Tiffany opens. So, I'm trying to use my Teddy Bees up because, you know, life's too short not to enjoy your wax. So that's my opinion on that. Next is L3. This was a matrix melt. Those are the really pretty long bars that are offered like this. You know, they have a lot of different colors and variations in them. This is pink sugar, pie crust, warm vanilla sugar. One of my favorite L3 blends. And I'm not a crazy pink sugar person, but warm vanilla sugar, just, I know it's been around forever. It's a Bath and Body Works scent. It is fantastic in wax. I like it much better than Vanilla Bean Noel as a blender. And warm vanilla sugar, it's comforting, it's warm, it's got a little bit more caramel in it, a little bit more warmth than Vanilla Bean Noel does to my nose. Mixed with pink sugar and pie crust, it tones down that sweetness of the pink sugar, and it just is a unique, pretty fragrance. Yes, the pink sugar is still there, but it's mixed with a warmth to it. To me, pink sugar alone just smells sweet. It doesn't have a warmth to it. But like I said, I'm repeating myself, warm vanilla sugar adds a warmth to it. Any blend it's in, I'm finding myself, any more that I see warm vanilla sugar that's mixed in a blend, I'll give it a try because I love it that much. So I have 2 loaves of this scent. I love it. I don't ever want to be without it because sometimes I melt it when I don't know what I want to melt. It's one of those ones, and it's fantastic. So that one, it throws, it's great. I like it. Next is another case. This is part of the strawberry sampler. This was sweet strawberry. This is Yankee type. This is ripened strawberry, sugar, sheer musk, and notes of green. I like this one, and it's pretty much just strawberry. I like it because it's not quite as, I don't want to say fresh picked strawberry is weak because it's not, but it's got a little bit more sweetness to it than fresh picked strawberry. This one it's not as sweet as a succulent strawberry. If you're familiar with Kay's oils, it's not as sweet as succulent strawberry, nor as bakery as strawberry cupcakes. But this is a great blender. It can be mixed with just about anything. You could take this and mix it with I mean, there's a little bit of greenery in here. If I was doing like a fresh cut grass blend with strawberry, I would use this one because they can go either way in my opinion. Since it does have the green already in this oil natively, you can go to town with this blending wise. And it's a nice one. I really do like that one. Next is Rose Girl Circus Concession. Oh man, what is in this? This is Ooey Gooey Caramel. Oh man. Ooey, I think she calls hers Ooey Gooey Caramel. I'm thinking here, guys, sorry. It's caramel, apple, funnel cake, and cotton candy. That's what's in here, I believe. It's fantastic. Jenny Oakes owns Rose Girls, and she has the best Circus Concessions oil out there. This is a single oil, I believe. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But I think this is a single oil. And Kathy, her mom, who owns the Scoopable Tart Wax, I think she uses the same oil. This is fantastic. I have one more bag left of Circus Concession. I should have stocked up when Kathy had her pre-order a month or so ago with Circus Concessions, but I've just been trying to be good with purchasing wax and only really making small orders and not buying from every sale or buying from every vendor. I'm tapering down a good bit, especially now that it's getting warmer. I'm just going to be only ordering a few times here and there for the next several months until fall. So maybe when I can get my hands on more Circus Concessions, maybe in the fall if it's offered again, maybe I'll buy some more. But this is fantastic. It's got caramel and apple, and a little bit of that funnel cake comes through, and that sweetness, the perfect amount of sweetness of the cotton candy. This is a great one. I like that one. Another caramel apple one. This is Sassy Girl Aroma Sawdust Days. Now, I love this one. This is caramel apple, cotton candy, salted brown sugar, vanilla, and kettle corn. So it's very similar to Circus Concession. I don't know if Julie has if this is a blend of different oils together or if this is a single oil. I'm not sure. I know Julie has a lot of oils made for her and blended, you know, at a lab or whatever you want to call it for her. So I wouldn't surprise me if this is a custom made blend. But this, I like this. The brown sugar and the kettle corn really are the stars here to my nose. I get the caramel apple, yes, but this has a caramelization to it. And I know there's some people out there that feels that this one smells a little burnt. Not like burnt popcorn or burnt toast, something like that. But it's just the caramelization of those sugars from the caramel and the brown sugar and the sweetness from the kettle corn. All of those blended together can take on a burnt sugar note or a caramelization note. And I can get where they're coming from, those who feel that way. But I love this one. I don't get that. And this one is, I have this in, I finished up this brittle. I think I have one more mini muffin. You know, the little mini muffins that she offers. And I love those because they're like a mini loaf. And I think they're just a little bit smaller, if not the same. I think they're a little bit smaller than these brittles. But I love them because they chop up beautifully and, you know, you can blend them easily with other things. I like that. I like the mini muffins. So this is one I would definitely purchase again. It throws well. It performs well. Julie's wax, I don't have any complaints about. It performs beautifully in my home. It always has, ever since I first bought it almost 2.5 years ago. And it's great. I like that blend a lot. Festival of Lights from Super Tarts. This was a half band bag I purchased from her Wax Wednesday. I don't know if she's going to be doing Wax Wednesday this year, just because of the way that her business model has changed. Let's, you know, stay tuned for that. This is flaky pecan rugelach cookies, dusted with a hint of cinnamon, warm, creamy challah bread, and a buttery brown sugar. This was great. This was my first experience with Festival of Lights, and I don't remember what the old name was for this one, but this is a great, creamy, rich, slightly cinnamon sugar bakery. That's about all I can describe this one as. This is through well. I flew through this bag. Sorry, my face it's allergy season, and my eyes, and, you know, it's a hot mess this time of year. But this, I flew through this bag in a couple of days. It was so good. It was comforting. It was, you know, it's warm, it's inviting. And then, you know, I've been melting a little bit of fall the last this past month. I've been melting pumpkin pecan waffles and caramel apples. And this one is a warm, you know, wintry blend and warm vanilla sugar. And, you know, yes, and I do have my coconut stuff. I do have my summer, my spring blends, but I've been melting fall because I do like a lot of fall stuff. This I would buy again. I think Brandy offers this blended with quite a few things. We'll see when this one comes back. I would buy this one again. It's so, so good. This is Rose Girls, the Laundry Fairy. This is old. This is 2 years old, this muffin. This is for my very first order I made with Rose Girls back in February of 2021. This is lavender and freshly folded and put away laundry. This one is pretty much, it's lavender laundry, and it's strong. This is he was 2 years old, so it didn't completely die in terms of strength, but it's not as strong as it was when I first used it, a couple of years ago. I'm trying to use up my older wax, so that's the mission that I'm on right now. This one, I would buy this again because it is a good, strong laundry, and that herbal lavender mixed in there, it's herbal to my nose. It just rounded it out pretty well. That was a nice blend. This is, Jenny she was a vendor of the week. I think it was in Wax Chat. I'm pretty sure it was in Wax Chat. And, you know, a lot of these vendors, they do, you know, free, they do, I don't want to say not contests, but, you know, they ask a question and, you know, you answer, and then they randomly choose winners here and there. I was a winner of a mini kahuna box or mini kahuna bag, whatever you want to call it. So I have, a lot of the ones I got unfortunately have mango in them, and I'm not a mango wax person. It just doesn't smell right to me anymore in my life. So a lot of it I'm moving on out of here, but there were some that I'm very, very happy, and I'm very grateful that I was, I was able to get a Kahuna box, or mini Kahuna boxes. I've never bought one before. So I like to see the variety that's in there. And this was a mini, was in that mini Kahuna. This was a little of the mini melters, a little bag of mini melters. And I got several muffins, shapes, can't remember what else was in there, but it's a nice variety. And I would buy one again. Yes, I think I would buy one if she offers them in the fall, because some of those are more my, I don't really like a ton of, quote unquote summer scents. I like coconut, and I like outdoorsy, like swimming pool, sunscreen, but most of the blends that I find that are going in the summer are tropical, and I love tropical stuff, but I also do melt at any time of the year. So I don't really gravitate towards buying a ton of summer stuff in the summertime. I love my fall, and I love my winter, and I love my earthy, and I actually honestly melt all those all year. I mean, if you watch my channel, you know what I melt through on a weekly basis. So this is Hussy and Bayside Tigers. This is one of her new blends. This is shaving cream, pine, stainless steel, a hint of leather, Palo Santo, marshmallow, fireside, and vanilla lace. So this was, I don't want to say it's a cologne, because it's not, but it is a masculine shaving cream blended with a little bit of Palo Santo and a little bit of marshmallow fireside to my nose. It was nice. I had this going in my tea light warmers upstairs here, and I had it in my master bedroom, and this was nice. I liked this. I got the stainless steel and the shaving cream most dominant in this, but this is one of her new blends, and I see why it's called this name. I mean, Saved by the Bell. Hello. I grew up watching Saved by the Bell. I was born in the 80s, but I remember TV from the 90s. I love 90s music. I love 90s movies, I love the 90s. I love the 80s too. My husband and I went to a concert this past week. If anybody's ever heard of the band Primus from the 90s, the bassist Les Claypool, he has been on his own for quite some time, and he is doing a concert series this summer, and we went to see him and his band kick off the outdoor summer series at the University of Utah. They have a venue there where they have outdoor concerts and such, and we went on Tuesday. 90s. I'm not a Primus fan, but I went because they were doing a lot. They actually played Pink Floyd's Animals album. Now, I do love Pink Floyd, and I have Marty to thank for that. Pink Floyd is, when I was younger, I was like, oh, Pink Floyd is so weird. It's weird. I know I said weird twice, but hey, it's getting late here. It's different. It's an acquired taste. It's like beer. You don't just drink a beer for the first time and like it. So, for the most part, Les plays his bass like a regular guitar. So it's he's very, 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 very talented. So I had a good time. It was very cold though, and it had rained, and a hell of a storm whipped in on Tuesday. But 90s, back to the 90s. Primus was from the 90s. So Bayside Tigers, Saved by the Bell. I loved Slater. Slater was my favorite. Zach was annoying, and he's even worse now. If you watch Saved by the Bell now, as an adult, you wonder what the hell was wrong with me as a kid. This is such a bad show. At least that's what I think. I kind of liked it. I got this just because of the name. It made me smile when I saw Bayside Tigers. I'm like, yeah, go Slater. So, back to wax. Okay. Glitterati. Oh, man. Miss Janine Genzano. Glitterati from North Carolina. This is from December. Woo! Something fell down over there. Sorry. This is from December 2020. So, it's an old boy. This was Shaggy. This was from my very first, you know how she used to do her newbies drawings when she used to do it through just her Facebook group before she got her website. I won a newbies drawing, and this was a chunk from that. I've been using my old wax. This is Shaggy, lavender, Palo Santo, coconut, and marshmallow fluff. To me and my nose, this was lavender, herbal lavender, Palo Santo with a little bit of coconut. This was great. It was creamy, it's comforting, I would mix these notes together again and try to recreate this. This was a great one. You know, you got to be really fast and you've got to be good to get a Glitterati box now on the website. I haven't tried, but I will sometime in the future. This is one that's good. It's not too, it's very well balanced. All four of those oils are very equally balanced in that blend to my nose. I got through a couple of scoopsies. This first one, actually, these are both L3. This is spearmint, peppermint, cotton candy frosting. And first of all, I love scoops because 1, they're strong. 2, you need just a little bit. 3, they're easy to store. You can put this in your handbag and take it with you on vacation if you want to. It's, you know, it doesn't crush. It's just, this is great. And I haven't really, it depends on where I'm melting this in my home. If I'm melting it downstairs in my open concept, I tend to put a little bit more into my warmer than I do up here, just because it's open down there. But this one I melted half upstairs and half downstairs. This is a good mint blend. Yes, it has the sweetness of the cotton candy frosting, but the peppermint and the spearmint are just mixed in there beautifully. It's like peppermint cotton candy frosting. And I like this because it's cooling to the air. It's nice. It was, I finished this up. It was still a little chilly, you know, in the end of April here. I have my air conditioner on now. I usually don't turn it on until June, and it's really not super hot yet. It's only in the low 80s, so it's not really, you know, where it's running 24 hours a day yet. But I have this, I wanted to use up this when it was still cool outside, so I took advantage and used this up, you know, in the first part of May when it was still cool. I know. Next is Grape Governor. This was one of my winning blends from L3 in spring of 2022 when Jen holds her customer creation contest. She does that once or twice a year, I've noticed. So I didn't make this blend, but I thought of this blend because my husband loves grape. And there aren't a lot of grape blends out there in the wax world. Grape's hard in wax. So I thought, Grape Governor is, I don't know why I just tossed that up. I'm just being silly. When I was younger, my mom, instead of saying curse words in my home growing up, there were substitute curse words. My mom used to say Great Governor. So when I thought of a grape blend last year, I just thought Grape Governor. Grape Governor for a name. That's where I got the name. And the notes of this are grape soda, grape creamsicles, and cream soda. So I thought, excuse me, grape soda has a little bit of fizz to it. And short story, my husband and I lived in this terrible apartment when we lived in the East. I hated that place. I hated it every day. And, you know, I'm in my home now. We don't eat on the couch. We only have water on the couch. I'm very particular with my home. I own this home. Whereas in the apartment in the East, I hated it, so I didn't care if we had soda on the couch and all that stuff. My husband went through a phase where he was drinking grape soda, and he spilled it on the carpet, and it left a dark black looking stain. And so I don't know why this is important that I'm telling you, but my husband likes grape soda and grape. So I thought of this blend back then. I don't know. I don't remember really you know what I'm saying. You know, why do we really do anything if you think about it? This was for Marty. I wanted a great blend. Jen chose this. I'm so thankful she did because it's actually a really good creamy grape blend. So the grape soda part, I told you the grape soda story because of the grape soda component of this. That's why. Yes. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else in the back of my head, and I'm trying to do this, you know. So forgive me if I'm a little bit scatterbrained today. Grape creamsicle is, I don't even know if they make them anymore. There used to be, when I was growing up, there used to be those popsicle creamsicles that had the orange, the cherry, and the grape box. I don't even think they make those anymore, but I loved those. And the grape one was, my grape is my least favorite, except for bubblegum. I do like grape bubblegum. But grape creamsicles has a little bit of the creaminess to it, so it would offset the grape soda, which has a little bit of fizzy in it. But then with the cream soda, I thought that's even a little bit more of a creaminess to it because I was going for a creamy grape. And this is a creamy grape. In reality, I wish this threw a little bit stronger for me, but it's there. It lets you know it's there. It's not an overpowering, overbearing grape scent, but it's nice. I think this has only been poured once, and that was back when I got this in August of 22, so last summer. So, but this is a great one. I'll request this again sometime this year because I don't have any more. I only bought one scoop back then. Have a handful more here. Bubblegum Jelly Bean Serendipity. This was from the Jelly Bean sampler earlier this year. I got this one, and I grabbed this one to chop because you know, the jelly beans, I never smelled jelly beans oil by itself. But Trish and Christy, one of the other admins in L3, they convinced me you need jelly beans, Ashley. It's great. It's fruity, it's strong, and they're right. Mixed with Serendipity, I love Serendipity. That's cherry, coconut, and vanilla. And then bubblegum. I like bubblegum wax, believe it or not. It just adds a little bit something different to it. This pretty much is Serendipity kicked up a little bit more with the jelly beans. So this was a nice one. This was a bunt, you know, they do their samplers in bunts. There's a pre-order right now going on in L3. They've got some really good samplers in there. A 90s Bath and Body Works sampler, Fair Foods, and a fresh or an oceanic one, and they're really, really good right now. But this is a sweetened Serendipity, basically, to me. I would buy that in a little bit of larger size, maybe a 2-pack of buns, just so I could really put it around my home. I get 6 pieces from each bunt from L3, so, you know, not too crazy to put around the home, but enough to know that I like it and I would want more. Rose Girls, peanut butter plus banana bread carbs. Banana bread carbs, I believe, is banana cream pie, zucchini bread, and then carbs is her cookies and her bread and cake or something like it. It's her own carb oil. This was fantastic. I love this. Banana bread carbs is such a great blend. This is the second time I've had banana bread carbs, but I haven't had it with peanut butter. So when I saw this last year, I grabbed it because I thought, oh, that'll be fantastic. The peanut butter just gives a little bit of extra boost to this blend. The banana bread carbs is such already a fantastic powerhouse blend. Jenny has really good zucchini bread blends, I must say. I love her zucchini bread oil. And the peanut butter here was just enough to make you think you're eating a peanut butter covered banana. So it's fantastic. Okay. This was Sassy Girl. This was the Beach Night sampler that was offered earlier this year. This is pink chiffon. Sorry, the scent is Beach Babe. This is pink chiffon, lavender, birthday. Pink chiffon, lavender, and birthday mixed with Beach Nights. I liked this. This was Beach Nights heavy, and with a little bit of the femininity from the pink chiffon. I didn't get too much bakery from this. In fact, I didn't get really much bakery at all from this one. It's just Beach Nights with pink chiffon. So if you like either one of those oils, if this one's poured again, give it a try. It's a nice one. This is L3 Hipster Arabian Woods Tom Ford type. This is You probably heard Marty cough. In the background, he came up the stairs. This is a cologne from Tom Ford. This is amber, teakwood, coffee bean, musk, cedar, exotic floral, and sparkling bergamot, and with orange blossom. Now, Tom Ford has some incredible fragrances out there in the world. They are sophisticated, they're rich, they're fantastic, they're complex. This is one, you know, this was a puppy pack, and I think this was somebody's custom, because I haven't seen this oil before. And I haven't seen it since. So when I grabbed this, I should have bought two, but I thought, yeah, I'll give it a try. I love amber. I love coffee bean. I like everything in here, but I would want this in a larger size. This is fantastic. It's a little bit of masculine, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of everything. It's one of these ones that's in... It's not a perfume and it's not a cologne per se, but it is a fragrance. But it's a nice fragrance. It's addicting. Kind of like Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille is. Or if you just for example, Sassy Girl Aroma, she calls hers Godfather. If you've smelled that before, that's Tom Ford. He's got crazy, delicious blends. I'm going to request this one again, I think, because I would like this in a bigger size if Jen will pour it. That might be one that not a lot of people gravitate to, but that's okay. We'll give it a try. Next is Cotton Beach from Sassy Girl. Now, I know this one has been poured a couple of times. This is Beach Nights with Vanilla Cotton. This was a nice one. I love Beach Nights. Julie's Beach Nights is just made for her, and it's my favorite Beach Nights of all wax vendors out there. It's not too salty, it's not too sweet, it's not too chocolate. It's fantastic in my opinion. Mixed with the Vanilla Cotton, it's just the littlest babyest touch of laundry. This was fantastic. This has been poured a few times, like I said. Autumn Nights on the Beach. This is Sassy Girl, another one from the Beach Nights sampler. This is Autumn Nights with Beach Nights. And I'm not quite sure the notes to Autumn Nights, but I thought I would save this one for the fall, but I thought, nah, I'm going to melt them now, because what am I waiting for? And I actually chopped this one on my first Chop and Chat video. I cut these little cookies. They came in little cookies. I chopped them into pieces of 4, and that worked out perfectly. I would actually want this in a larger size. It was good. I don't know the notes of Autumn Night, like I said, but I want more. That's enough. So 2 more. L3 Cafe Cubano Spiced Oat Milk. I've talked about this so many times on my channel. It's creamy. It's spicy, but not hot cinnamon. It's got a mixture of, I believe, to my nose, it's nutmeg. It's a little bit of cinnamon. It's a little bit of, I don't know what else, honestly, I smell. Cinnamon, nutmeg, maybe a little bit of allspice. It's creamy. It's got that coffee component to it. It's sweet. It's just one you gotta try. It's fantastic. It's so good. And finally, last one is Watermelon Cake, Sugar Cookie, Pink Frosted Cake. This was from the Pink Frosted Cake sampler from L3 a few months ago. Same time as the jelly beans was offered. I love watermelon cake. Watermelon cake, it's on my customs list. I think there's like 70 people in front of me for L3 customs list, which is fine with me because it'll give me some time to use some wax up. Watermelon cake is watermelon with creamy, delicious, thick, rich cake. It is fantastic. I would buy a loaf of it plain. I love watermelon cake. Sugar cookie is just a little extra punch of bakery. And then pink frosted cake, my lover, is yellow cake with strawberry frosting. It's fantastic. All of these 3 together, a-okay. I would buy a larger size in a heartbeat. So that is my empties from April 30th to May 13th. Stay tuned for another empties video from May. And then I will probably... I don't know if I'm going to film that tomorrow. I might film that tomorrow. We'll see. But I wanted to get this one done and talked about because I did get through a lot of good wax in those couple of weeks. So hope everyone has a great weekend. Stay safe if you're out enjoying the weekend, and I'll see you soon.